What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to give you guys a first look at two of the new characters that we got from update 4.4, Ghost Panther and Iron Hammer, a fusion of four of the most iconic Marvel characters. And I gotta say, boys, I'm absolutely loving both of these guys. And before I even get into anything technical, guys, am I the only one who thinks this Panther is freaking huge? Like, when he's at the back right here, he doesn't look that big, but once you turn Ghost Panther around, he looks freaking amazing. Honestly, he looks amazing, and I really wish he was a constant summon. I would love it if he was a constant summon. I still really like Ghost Panther as a character. Damage is awesome, survivability is awesome, and the same goes for Iron Hammer. It's just this Panther, seriously, I think it's one of the best things about this update for me as of right now. So for today, I wanted to give you guys some gameplay using both of these guys in a few different game modes. Honestly, if you're a fan of Thor or Iron Man, you should definitely pick up Iron Hammer, because Iron Hammer is actually better than both of them if they don't have any uniforms. That's how much of a beast Iron Hammer is in terms of overall DPS. Iron Man is really good in terms of DPS, but I think Iron Hammer may have him beat when it comes to overall survivability. This guy is rocking 3 iframes with a heal, and on top of that, he has damage immunity on his 4th skill right here. His tier 2 passive is also pretty good because it gives him super armor and it gives him some more additional lightning damage, and that's really good because all of his skills are lightning based, right? So that's really good there, and his leadership is actually really freaking good as well. It's very practical. So I'll show you guys how I have them set up. I have both Iron Hammer and Ghost Panther looking pretty similar, so that's why I wanted to combine them together in one single video to show you guys how they both perform, even though one is free to play and one is premium. But that being said, I'll show you guys the stats right here. So we're rocking 121 for attack speed, 61% for critical rate, 159 for critical damage, 47% for ignore defense, and 46% for reduced cooldown duration. For his gears, I have everything at 15, but I can push them pretty close to 20. But I wanted to keep both his gears and Ghost Panther's gears at 15 so I could give you guys a side-by-side comparison. After that, then I'll go ahead and push this guy and get him to tier 2 ASAP, because I'm really liking playing the character. For his ISO set, I have Power of Angry Hulk, and you can definitely go with this or Overdrive for him. I definitely don't think you need to give him anything like Hawk's Eye or any kind of HP shield or anything defensive. Definitely go with an offensive ISO set with this guy. He's a very safe character. As you can see right here, I'm rocking lightning damage because, like I said, all his skills have lightning damage on there, and unlike Thor, you don't need to give him immunity to guard break because he actually gets super armor once you get him to tier 2. At tier 1, he's gonna get guard broken pretty often, but once you get him to tier 2 and you get that super armor, you won't be guard broken as much, if at all, anymore. The max HP is here to synergize with the 3 skill right here because it heals him, and that will make it so that he heals more, and that's why I gave him lightning damage with max HP and a 140 damage proc, obviously, to augment his damage. So that being said, let's jump into a little bit of gameplay. Alright, boys, so I'm gonna test out my Iron Hammer right here against Thanos, see how fast we can push this guy into his final phase, because like I said, this guy's DPS is actually respectable even at tier 1 with 15 gears. And this should also show you guys how safe of a character we're dealing with. Now, I know everybody's on the wave of World Boss Ultimate and no one really plays normal World Bosses anymore, but keep in mind, there's still characters in the game that even at tier 2, even if you have them at rank 1 in the world, they probably still would struggle to take down Infinity Thanos, the likes of Gamora and Mockingbird, hence why they're on this team. But you can see for yourself, he's making quick work of Thanos. So in under 45 seconds, I pushed this guy down into his final phase and he did no damage to me at all. A very safe character with respectable DPS, I gotta say, boys. So let's jump out of here and we'll test him out a little bit more. Alright boys, so we're gonna test out our Iron Hammer on floor 15 right here and see how fast he can take down this entry mode and how little damage he takes in the process. Iron Man is over there trying to be super annoying, jumping back and forth into iframes, but we can do it too, baby. Damn, we're just locking this guy down. Yo, Iron Hammer's a beast, guys. Damn. Those rockets that are just flying out of his body while he has the beams look hella freaking cool. Seriously, they do. It's also really good for getting rid of annoying characters like Kate Bishop that always hang off to the side and wait for you to come out of an iframe so they can snipe you. Where is she? Wow, she's all the way over here. So she's making this thing take longer than it needs to because she's trying to hide. But it is what it is, man. Iron Hammer is making it rain both missiles and freaking lightning beams. Seriously, this guy freaking awesome. So just over a minute for floor 15. This is actually pretty good. I cannot lie to you guys. Seriously, there is very few tier 1 characters that are able to take down an entry mode with this level of ease. Absolute beast in my book, boys. Alright boys, once again we're gonna put Iron Hammer to the test. This time it is going to be on the no restriction day for ABX. Now you guys may be seeing 220 in the top right there. That is the very first attempt that I ever made with this guy. But since that was my first attempt, I figured I'll go ahead and do a second one. And this time I'll actually record and show you guys how much he scores. So we're gonna be super aggressive. Now keep in mind, since he doesn't have his tier 2 passive giving him that super armor, he will be guard broken by the Frost Beast at tier 1. And you will lose some damage that way. But once you tier 2 him, which you definitely should, once you collect enough bioselectives from Shadowland, he won't be guard broken anymore. But since he has the heals, the iframe, and the damage block, he's pretty safe. Now, don't take this as the upper limit that you can score with him, even at tier 1, because keep in mind, since this is the no restriction day, the Frost Beast has his guard, right? And you have to get that guard off him before you can even start scoring any points. Took some damage there from the Frost Beast because I'm being super aggressive, because I really want to see if I can score even higher than 220, which I'm pretty sure I could score higher than 220 if I was timing it properly and making sure that I land the damage proc on the 5th every time. But even on the 4th, it's not bad because the 4th you can channel that for the full 5 seconds, right? Gotta love the fact that he gets the heal. I know some of you guys are probably really salty at the fact that this clone or merge or fusion has a heal when Iron Man doesn't or Thor doesn't. Not that Thor needs it, but it would be really good if Thor had a heal. That would make him even better, like seriously. That's basically the only thing that Thor is missing from his kit. Some healing, and we're looking at something that is basically unstoppable, seriously. But I think Iron Hammer is a pretty dope character. I wasn't really too excited for him when I saw he was coming to the game, but after playing with him a little bit, gotta say, man, he's pretty impressive. Alright, so it looks like we're definitely going to be able to break that 220, which is cool. And I think we can even score higher than that if we're just lining up the proc properly. Ooh, that kind of sucked. I was being super reckless and didn't pay attention to the fact that the Frost Beast was going to roar. But it's not bad, guys. 236 for a tier 1 character with very little invested. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. But let's get out of here and I'll show you guys how Ghost Panther performs in a few different game modes. Alright boys, so next up is Ghost Panther, and you can see for yourself right here, he's built basically the exact same way how I have Iron Hammer built. Even his gears, they're 15 apiece, skills are at 6, and he's rocking the exact same ISO set. Even the obelisk is pretty similar in terms of how much elemental damage he's getting, and it's the exact same damage proc. The only difference, he has some all defense and Iron Hammer has some max HP. When it comes to his overall skill set, it's freaking awesome. A very good leadership. Seriously, this is one of the best and most practical leaderships in the game. I really love it, and I hope we get to see more practical and useful leaderships in the future. It's a very good thing from that marble. The tier 2 passive is one of the best tier 2 passives in the game, and I do not say this lightly. Easily top 10 if not top 5 in my book, guys. Increase to fire damage for all allies 50%. That is huge. And on top of that, the Kosen Shiri Valkyrie effect, making this guy a nightmare to every freaking supervillain type in this game. That is freaking awesome. But that's not where it ends, guys. This guy is rocking 3 iframes, and if that wasn't bad enough, he has 2 5-second damage immunity skills, seriously, on the 4 and on the 3, making it so that if you're going up against enemies that can't penetrate, they can't touch Ghost Panther because he's just fluctuating between iframes and damage immunity so much. On top of that, his 4-star passive gives him super armor, meaning he cannot be guard broken. That is freaking awesome. His kit overall is freaking amazing, guys. And if there was one bio-selected character that is a must-buy from me, honestly, I'm sorry, move over Luna Snow, move over 2099. Ghost Panther is way more practical. Seriously, amazing character for the team and an amazing standalone character by himself, honestly, boys. And his damage, even at tier 1, as you're about to see, is freaking awesome. Super easy to play this guy as well. Oh, and before I forget, this guy actually has damage accumulation. Seriously, the only thing that they didn't give this guy is some penetrate or some healing. If they gave him that, that basically is everything you need in this game to be a top tier character. But he doesn't need that because he's already a top tier character in my book. That being said, guys, let's jump into some gameplay. Alright boys, so same as we did for Iron Hammer, we're gonna test out Ghost Panther's DPS against Thanos and see how fast we can push him in his final phase. Ghost Panther is a freaking beast, guys. Seriously, this guy has so much going for him. Even at tier 1, oh my goodness, he's shredding. Wow. So what is that, guys? 19 seconds to push this guy in his freaking final stage. That is insane. That's like what, half the time that it took my Iron Hammer. Seriously, beast, guys. Alright boys, floor 20 against the X-Men. Let's see how Ghost Panther performs. We're gonna be super aggressive and see how fast we can crush these guys. Yo, this man's melting. Oh my goodness, Beast and Rogue just got bodied. And I think we could have killed Cyclops together along with them. Just we had to keep them together. Like seriously, that's insane, boys. Hold up, let's see what happens here. Yo, if we can manage to line up the proc on the 4 and catch all 3 of them, I think he could basically just one-shot them if the proc was high enough. That is insane, boys. Yo, that animation is too dope. My guy riding in on his Panther, that is freaking awesome. 33 seconds for a tier 1 character. Floor 20, guys. Very few tier 2 characters can even take down that floor, let alone take it down in 33 seconds. That's insane. Alright boys, so this is gonna be my second attempt right here with Ghost Panther in Extreme AB on the no restriction day. I decided I wanted to give him 2 attempts, same as I did for Iron Hammer. You can see in the top right hand corner, 382. That is the first score that I got with this guy. And we're gonna try and see if we can top that. And we're gonna be extremely aggressive because unlike Iron Hammer, Ghost Panther actually gets super armor as a part of his 4-star passive, so he won't be guard broken at all. All we really have to do is just face tank and body everything. You don't even have to dodge any meteors or anything. There's no way you can die. Seriously, even if you don't have max skill cooldown, which I don't have, because he has 2 skills that give him damage immunity and 3 iframes, he's incredibly safe. He doesn't have any kind of healing, but he doesn't really need it for something like this. In any game mode where the enemy cannot penetrate damage immunity, you're safe 100% of the time. As long as you have some common sense, there's basically no way that you can die. Seriously, this guy is a beast. And in terms of overall DPS and survivability, he's probably one of the best characters in the game to date. Seriously, having 2 skills that each give you 5 seconds of damage immunity with 3 iframes and very good DPS, even at tier 1, that is a very rare thing. And on top of that, his tier 2 passive is obviously one of the best tier 2 passives in the game. Crazy stuff here, boys. Netmarble went all in for Ghost Panther. I wish Ghost Rider got something similar to this. Honestly. I think if we stay on the ball and try to trigger the 4 skill right around when he puts up his guard, we may be able to crack 400. Because that's the only thing really lowering his score here. It lowered Iron Hammer's score as well, so I'm not just saying it lowered his, it lowered both of their scores. So I'm probably gonna have to check them out on the Universal Day. That way I can show you guys how they perform on a day where there's no guard on the Frost Beast. And you don't even need to dodge the Frost Breath because you're basically gonna always be immune to damage. Seriously, this guy is phenomenal, guys. Absolutely love it. I hope the day comes when Ghost Rider is actually a very good character in the game. Like the original OG Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of sad. It's a bittersweet moment because the 3 characters that made me want to play this game, like when it initially came out and I found it, is actually Thor, Ghost Rider, Black Panther, right? And Black Panther is now really good. Thor is really good. Ghost Rider is still crap. And he was one of the very first characters I ever chose from a bio selector. Sad to say, do not do that now, guys. But as you can see, man, this guy broke 400k at tier 1. Now imagine if he had his tier 2 passive and had a better build. Seriously, this guy is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome, guys. But that is all for this one. Like always, thank you so much for watching. Hope it was informative. Leave your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love. And I'm gone.